I know I'm goaded, but I need this fight so badly. I've been building up to it for hours now. I can feel it ready to explode. Only a few minutes now, and the look will change in your eyes. And you will push me into the wall. The doorknob, the mounted glass picture on the wall, it will crack, short, sharp, satisfied. Come on then. I lunge and for a moment you're thrown off guard. But only for a moment. In a second, I'm sprawled across the scummy chip pan kitchen floor. A mushed processed pea flattened on my elbow, and a splat of yesterday's takeaway smeared across my sweaty t-shirt. Jesus Christ, when you push, you prick. I rub a spot on my head where I just brushed the door frame. It looks to kill, but who'd need a knife? My glance would have had you opened up in a second, wide, red, bleeding. Then I could call you a cunt and meaning. Well, I had to remind myself that this is what love is all about, isn't it? This eye level, with a sticky, indefinable smear across a lino towel. Something that spilled out of the fridge. Someone said to me they clammy little fist clenched, out of the closet into the street, more like out of the fridge into the dustbin. If this was frozen, framed and tinted with sepia, they would call this, us, well, you anyway, beautiful. I call it pitiful and beautiful. When you were working in that theatre bar, one of those stiffheads who couldn't tell their arseholes. Do you remember? Do you? Whenever I came to see you, you would pretend you didn't know me, that I was just another acquaintance, one of many. That's, oh, you know, him. I met at some party, it's a bit funny, you know. So it served you right when I pushed that huge metal dustbin through the front plate glass window. Well, they knew it was me, didn't they? They fucking well knew, all right. I shouted it out for all to hear through the shattered glass. I know you! You know me! You like being shit on, shithead! And you'll never get rid of me. Never, ever! I'm here forever and you like it that way. You up there! Can you hear me? Sure, I drank a lot of vodka. Nearly the whole fucking bottle. You must remember because I was sick all down you when you got back that night. It wasn't on purpose, but I couldn't have planned it better. You said nothing about me, the window, the dustbin, you, us, tomorrow, the future, and God, not to mention the past. You just stood there, dumb expression like a dummy, puke sinking into your fake fur. God, that fake fur thing is, oh God. You should see yourself in the morning. You look like the thing you really are, a chemical toilet overflowing and overused. I can smell it on your breath. Oh Christ, on the morning your mouth is full of shit. And that just about sums you up, full of shit. There's no way I'm going to leave this room, you. Why should I? I have all I need here, a bed, a TV, sexual doll check every Wednesday. And if I were to go, I take everything from this room with me. And I take you because you need me. Yes, that's the word that makes love redundant. Love's just an 11 plus until you get to the relationship degree, need. You're empty without me, silly old you, stuck to me like glue. Without me, you're like a burst colostomy bag, alright, fucking mess. I take you away forever and leave just a body in a bed full of scabies. You can pretend that you're all above this. But even when you sit there drinking your old grey tea or that lapsack whatever, you still dump the bag in the mug and you still leave the teaspoon in when you spit from it. Even I know that's common. You're a slag. You leave a scum lying around the back. You block the toilet with newspapers because you never buy any toilet rolls. You think that you can hide behind the fact you haven't had a bath in weeks with baby towels and shitty cheap chemist on the corner smells like hell to me. Yuck! I can visualise you dancing vacantly around your handbag at some Friday night disco, thinking you stepped right out of fucking Dallas. You can't even step right out of your grimy underwear without falling over. And crying doesn't do any good with me. It just makes you look even wetter and blotchier than ever. You know, you have the worst skin. When you're close up, I can see every hole. There are millions of them all around your nose, slicked black gaping craters, a whole landscape of jet swamps. I like to drill into your face and really strike rich. Deep and greasy, they occasionally explode into proud yellowheads. In fact, you have one half burst on your chin now. It makes me want to be sick. When you kiss me, which is an effort, believe me, see this thing like a cross between a soaked sponge, a meteorite, and a cold fried cheese omelette, smelling of a 3-week dead rat coming toward me. Jesus, this is a strong stomach only affair. A retarded jellyfish would be more appealing. Do you remember when I set fire to your hairbrush? That was so funny, you flapping about. In the process, catching light to the hem of your dressing gown sleeve. It was so funny. You're like a film clip from Vietnam, you know, showing some bloke in slow motion, stabbing about all covered in flames. They look so fucking stupid like you, fucking stupid. Dancing about in a jerky motion like a screeching puppet. You made such a bloody fuss. It was only a small burn, but you went on and on and on and on. You gave me a headache, a tiny little burn, and you went on and on and on. You're going to get run over by a car. I could still have your room, your radio, and your dolce every weekend. Life would be just perfect. Just perfect. There must have been an earthquake or tremor of some kind, because some long-lodged rock shifted and you slid from under it. You said bare-faced that you were beauty itself. It was true, you were an angel on earth. Apart from the bin angel, but an angel no less. You charmed a million maggots out of a million cadavers. How will I know that you were the hemorrhoid on the arsehole of the world? You were beautiful, as you said so yourself. You wore it on your t-shirt. So the beauty of the classic kind, perfection in the bone structure, skin, eyes, equilibrium, shiny hair, teeth, body well formed, a sickening Michelangelo fag perfection, or the beauty of my preference, imperfection, teeth a little crooked, and skin a little sallow, spots and blemishes. A dash of ugliness goes a long, long way. You are of the former kind. It will be great fun transforming you into the latter. I haven't even talked about inner beauty yet, the soul and so forth. That had nothing to do with you. You were the purest bile through and through. Yes, beauty is only skin deep. But while you had it, you used it. I've never seen so many destroyed people, so many breakdowns. The stairs to your room were slippery with razor blades and crunchy with Valium. Then you slithered under my door. I could never turn an animal out of the cold, not even a deadly viper like you. I like the challenge to go where no one has ever been before. In this case, that grimy little organ known as your heart. It was there somewhere. A narrow-eyed, undulating toad, plotting, scheming and pulsing with a furious hate. Anyway, the first thing to destroy was the outer beauty, to force you to stand naked and signposted for all to see. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Ravage that angelic beauty. Drugs would do a good job on that. As I always say, the way to a person's heart is through their nasal cavity, or just follow the biggest, bluest artery via a needle. We started on the former, great thick lumpy lines of speed, one per nostril, so raw they turned your brain cells into hollandaise sauce, like runny scrambled egg they'd run down over your upper lip, and had to be collected in a cardboard crystallised handkerchief. You could get a rush just by stuck in the corner. This resulted in big red and purple swollen sacs around the eyes, tender sinus clogged with Ajax and talcum powder, a dry wiry texture to the hair, greasy and prickly at the scalp, split, frayed, straw at the end. Also, flaky blotches began to appear around the chin, which returned into sores and a hint of grubby nail scratch, threatening, weeping, impetigo. The teeth lost their dazzle and began to blacken, especially around the side where you ground and gummed all day and all night. I could barely stand it at night, grounding, chewing, grinding. But it was well worth it to hear them say, Jesus, he looks like shit today. You started to bleed around the gums and you screamed from the bathroom you contracted pyorrhea. Now that would have meant losing all your teeth, which I didn't really want. After all, this was a renovation, not a total demolition. Acid really ate up every vitamin in your body. On acid you became like a baby, so I gave it to you at every available opportunity. Until you began to believe you were big brother and went round your thumb and forefinger formed into a little spy hole for which you would watch me, following me around the house. I'm watching you! I'm watching you! It began to wear away at my nerves. You began to become a candidate for the home. You reminded me of this acid casualty I used to know at school. Yeah. Ended up in the home. One day thinking he was Jesus and the next day John Wayne. You didn't know whether he was going to bless you or hold you up. No, this was no good. Even though it damaged your skin and hair, it did marvellous things to your eyes, which became enormous silver saucers, shining and childlike. At one point we moved into smack, but apart from making you into a 10 times bigger arsehole, you were always throwing up on the stairs and the carpet on me, and wanting the sink all over the washing up. Besides, it improved your skin, giving it a delicious caramel cream colour and a peachy texture. I once even suffered you shivering through what I think was a minor withdrawal. I think it was a withdrawal anyway, from what I know it could have been a 24-hour bug. You lay broken and curled and ghastly pink like a slice of slippery tin ham, just dried around the edges, screwing up the soft cheeks of the claustrophobic smell of body and bile. Your teeth chattered so loudly I could even hear them over the noise of the TV. I began to get worried. What if you died in my bed? How would I explain this? You, us, your condition? I didn't know who I was most concerned for, you or me. I suspect it was me. For a few moments we shared a kind of closeness, a small sincere bond as I felt my heart go out. It went out for the first time in ages, and it was also the first time in a long time I didn't rush after it, till it slammed, locked back into its concrete crate. You were sitting up in bed, a plum-coloured sticky towel around your shoulders, and I was teaspooning tea into your gummy mouth. You let it dribble down the greasy, grimy chin. Oh, stubble and grime, you mine. It dribbled down and it ran to the still, sticky yellow phlegm spots. You suddenly looked straight at me into my face, my eyes. Something you usually didn't do because you usually have so much to hide. So with a bright, blue-eyed, thoughtful expression, you said, I hate this country. It reminds me of the eternal slag forever sucking you off. It sucks until your balls are inside out. And it still sucks. You complain that she's too busy with her mouthful, but all of a sudden she sits up and spits the whole load up in your face, smiling. What do you think? It was totally out of character to hear you talk this way. There wasn't much I could add, but my heart went straight back in the concrete crate, and it's been there ever since, like a cheese souffle that flopped in the middle. Anyway, the outer shell slowly began to fall away, leaving a red, raw, rancid hue. Barbiturates gave you a swollen-eyed, heavy-jowled appearance like a miserable bloodhound. Your mouth drooped to the corners and your sad eyes empty and staring, and things went so slow that I began to feel like a goldfish swimming about in the bowls of swart ego. You slogged around the room and refused to ever get out of bed. Your cigarette would burn right down to your fingers and fall on the carpet. And you drink and end up spacing out around the room, talking to yourself, hitting out at nothing and once falling over a small homemade table, which were 3 bottles, 2 of whiskey, varying amounts, and 1 of vodka half drunk. The whole lot sprayed over the carpet and the wall, and you like a tortoise on your back and your legs and arms, lumbering in the air. A cockroach stuck on its back in a puddle of jam, broken glass in your hair and hands and a bath of alcohol, totally helpless, walling in blood and booze. Apart from all the drugs, food altered your shape and your weight, and dull-checked diet as well as the complexion. You were happy, or at least you had to be, whether you liked it or not, with starch, stodge and more stodge, filling up your face and swelling out the gut. Not a lot, but just enough. The only place you fit was your hair and your legs stood like a goose. Life became one long trail to the chip pan. You stunk of chip grease, I stunk of chip grease. The bed stunk of, well, I don't quite know what the bed stunk of, but it was fucking horrible. Yes, you ended up like a prime candidate for Slob of the Year award. Gone to see, you've been gone and sprouted several times already. Apart from a radiant tell-tale angel smile, you were fucked. And there wasn't much to smile about now. And the thing is, not even I wanted you. Who wants to be the proud owner of an ugly, festering, living, breathing, speaking and eating wart? Any offers? Then came the final and felling blow of the axe, the final crusher, the cherry on the top of my little desecration, and it was the end for you. Rejection. This was the one that someone once said about, you know, he's so beautiful, diamond had dropped in his arsehole. Now it was just good old shit like anyone else, except most of the people can hold it. You were a fountain of shit. Look what I've landed myself with now. You know what I loved you best? I loved you best, yeah, okay, there was more than one moment. Maybe it was the whole fucking soul-crushing time. I loved you when you were lying face down on the avocado liner of my mother's house. Needless to say, she was out. You were lying face down, your arm bent beneath you, blue and bruised from blood taints and bloodletting, and one hand dragging down the matching avocado bath towel to cover up the vomit that had just missed the sink. I could see the marble red trails running over the edge, over the lino, and onto the rim of the toilet, on which your sallow, sweaty cheek rested. At first I thought you'd taken the final slide. God knows I've left the razor in your way often enough, but the thought occurred that you might just turn and use it on me. You, naked and speed-shrunken, one arm around the toilet bowl, your fingers tracing your name in someone else's misaid, your name written in a piss pool, perfect, with no one to see but me. I found you this way after a pretty violent, sickening scene that had taken place downstairs. It was just around the time when you were at NSU and a girlfriend called Danielle. She gave you the NSU, you gave me the NSU. I thought it was the best NSU I'd ever had, because it had come from you. At the time I was done then. She soon disappeared, that dog of dogs. A bitter young bitch with a bomb-side beauty like a scene from San Francisco, the earthquake film. I almost expected Jeanette MacDonald to come singing out of one nostril at any moment. She tried to bury the bomb-site under a countable of Booth 17 wrong shade, and teased the colour of the toilet in a transport cabin. There had been something there once upon a time. You could see it like a pearl behind her eye. Her mouth was rigidly fixed in an ever-after sneer, horribly curled and cruel for a girl so young. She, through various twists and turns for the worst, in her younger years, was ravaged and raped and sinking fast. A lot of your handiwork, no doubt. See how the bruiser becomes the bruise. I was out, I came back unexpectedly. I opened the door and she was sprawled like an open-mouthed car crash victim on the sofa. Her face almost expressionless and her eyes a million miles away. And on top of this, a heap of helplessness, there was you, looking like a 40-year-old businessman, sweating and making noises like a hog being strangled. Gurgling, muttering, coughing, wheezing. Noises like gutter water running down a hard-blocked drain. A paper-blocked toilet that just won't flush. You were mangling her breasts, slobbering shamelessly. I wanted to be sick, but to tell you the truth, I was fascinated. I was trying to take in this grotesque hallucination, this pasty flesh desecration of my mother's living room. I was a spectator in a crowd, gathered around the car crash accident that she was flung from. I was fascinated, eager for a sight of pain and suffering and broken flesh. Fascinated. Like Lot's wife, witnessing the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, both of you destroying each other. I took root, white with anger and shivering with anger, in a cold, salty sweat of anger. After a while, she slowly turned her face towards me, her eyelids heavy with dope and sex, and said, in her sweetest tones, why don't you fuck off? Or do you want to go yourself? Speak now or go and fall under a bus. Then she blew me a kiss, and that's when Krakatoa exploded. I ran to the sofa, pulled her off by her hair, it almost slipped on my fingers, and you rolled off her like a rotten side of pork, knocking over the coffee table. She was screaming, laughing, crying, swearing, picking up to a euphoric height of hysteria, to make up for her lost orgasm, no doubt. I don't remember you hitting me, but you must have knocked me 6, 7 or 8, because the next thing my head hits the sideboard, and my mouth stings thick like I've just taken a spoonful of burning Heinz tomato soup. After a couple of moments of black, hazy helplessness, I adjust my vision into view. She is shaking like a convulsing ferret, clawing the arm of the settee, biting the braid, crying, stringing mixtures of tears and guitar from her mouth to the upholstery. Her ratty frayed nails scraping down the imitation leather. Don't you think it's me? You? You've disappeared by this time, out of the room with a drunken "Fuck you!" Just me and her alone, gibbering. Turkey, me or her, I don't know. I managed to swallow, get out! And despite the pain of my lips which were swelling like 2 pregnant slugs, about to split and spill 100 black little babies down my smeared chin, I scream a hideous scream, bloody gums, bloody teeth, mashed lips. Get out! At first she makes it to clench my cranium wide with a hefty vase, but she lets it slide in her sweaty fingers. It shatters at her feet, like a man-made creature built from an invalid plaster cast. The broken vase pieces of plaster chipped away from her crevices, and God created woman. She fishes out pieces of rag from behind cushions under the armchair over the lampshade, her clothes, and silently disappears like a zombie being called back to base, never to be seen again. And there you were, at one with the toilet. He reached out blindly to grasp my leg, the tips biting to the car. An overhanging branch that will save you from sinking beneath the sucky currents of a black icy river. You looked wonderful. For a moment I don't know why I picked up the Bath Crystal bottle and brought it crashing down over your head and shoulders. I wanted to get to your brain, your mangled years of thoughts, dreams, memories, knowledge, personality, good times, bad times, bedtimes and all times, decisions and reasons. All of you, all over the avocado liner. It looked much worse than it actually was. It turned out to be a band-aid job after all. I don't know what came into me. Maybe something of you. The soft egg top of your head. Bleached, blonde, beautiful and bland.